I am going to teach you how to configure the basic inter-VLAN routing packet tracer activity 6.4.1. The learning objectives of this activity are perform basic switch configuration, configure the Ethernet interfaces on the host PCs, configure the VTP on switches, configure the router and the remote server LAN. In this activity, you will perform basic switch configuration, configure addressing on PCs, configure VTP and inter-VLAN routing. Task 1. Perform basic switch configuration. Configure the S1, S2, and S3 switches according to the addressing table and the following guidelines. Configure the switch host name. Disable DNS lookup. Configure the default gateway. Configure an encrypted privileged executive mode password of class. Configure a password of Cisco for console connection. Configure a password of Cisco for VTP connection. First, with the switch, go to the CLI tab and type the config p, change S1, and look up IP default gateway, of 172.17.99.1. Line console 0, password Cisco, login, line VTY015, password Cisco, login, N. Type the copy running config, startup config, then enter. Do the same process same as the switch 2 and switch 3. Click the CLI tab and type enable. Config p, hostname S3, enable secret class, no IP domain lookup, IP default gateway, of 172.17.99.1. Line con 0, password Cisco, login, line VTY015, password Cisco, login, N. Type the copy running config, startup config. Enter. Do the same process in the S2. Type enable config key hostname S2 enable secret class no IP domain lookup the IP default gateway IP default gateway 172.17.99.1 line con 0 password Cisco login line VTY015 password Cisco login and type the copy run start then click enter. Configure the Ethernet interfaces on the host PCs. From the Desktop tab, use the IP configuration window to configure the Ethernet interfaces of PC1, PC2, and PC3 with the IP addresses from the addressing table. This is the addressing table. This is the IP address, the subnet mask, and the default gateway. Click the PC, go to the Desktop tab, and IP configuration. Type the IP address of Type the IP address of 172.17.10.21 with a subnet mask of 255.255.255.0. The default gateway is 172.17.10.1. Close and click the PC2. Go to the Desktop tab and type the IP configuration. Type 172.17.20.22. The subnet mask is 255.255.255.0. The default gateway is 172.17.20.1. Close the PC2 and go to the PC3. Click the Desktop tab, IP configuration, and type the IP address 172.17.30.23. The subnet mask is 255.255.255.0. 172.0. The default gateway is 172.17.30.1. Close the PC and configure the VTP on the switches. Enable the user ports on the S2 in access mode. Click the switch 2, go to the CLI tab, and type config t. Type interface. You can use the interface int for the interface. Interface FA06 switch port mode access no shutdown interface FA011 switch port mode access no shutdown interface FA018 switch port mode access no shutdown. Close the S2 and configure the VTP. Configure VTP on the 3 switches using the following. Remember that VTP domain names and password are case sensitive. Click the S1 CLI tab. Password is Cisco. Type the enable and the password of class. Type the config t and type BTP mode server. BTP domain lab6 BTP password Cisco. Enter. Go to the switch 2 to enable the mode client. Type BTP mode client BTP domain lab6 BTP password Cisco N. Do the same process in the switch 3. Enter. Type the password Cisco. Enable. Then class. Enable. And then class. Type the config t BTP mode client BTP Domain Lab 6, password Cisco, and configure trunking ports and designate the native VLAN for the trunks. Configure FA01 through FA05 as trunking ports and designate VLAN 99 as the native VLAN for these trunks. When this activity was started, these ports were disabled and must be re-enabled now using the no shutdown command. Only the commands for the FA01 interface on each switch are shown, but the commands should be applied up to Fast Ethernet 05 interface. Click the S1, go to the CLI tab, and type interface FA01. Switch port, mode trunk, switch port, trunk native, VLAN 99, no shutdown, interface FA02, switch port, mode trunk, switch port, trunk native, VLAN 99, no shutdown, interface FA03, switch port, mode trunk, switch port, trunk native, VLAN 99, no shutdown, interface FA04, switch port, mode trunk, switch port, trunk native, VLAN 99, no shutdown. Interface FA05, switch port, mode trunk, switch port, trunk native, VLAN 99, no shutdown, end. Do the same process in the switch 2 and switch 3. Config T. Interface FA01, switch port, mode trunk, switch port, trunk native, VLAN 99, no shutdown, interface FA02, switch port, mode trunk, switch port, trunk native, VLAN 99, no shutdown. Interface FA03, switch port mode trunk, switch port trunk native, VLAN 99, no shutdown. Interface FA04, switch port mode trunk, switch port trunk native, VLAN 99, no shut. Interface FA05, switch port mode trunk, switch port trunk native, VLAN 99, no shutdown, N. Close the S2 and click the S3. Type the password Cisco. Enable class config T. Interface FA01, switch port mode trunk, switch port trunk native, VLAN 99, no shutdown. Interface FA02, switch port mode trunk, switch port trunk native, VLAN 99, no shutdown. Interface FA03, switch port mode trunk, switch port trunk native, VLAN 99, no shutdown. Interface FA04, switch port mode trunk, switch port trunk native, VLAN 99, no shutdown. Interface FA05, switch port mode trunk, switch port trunk native, VLAN 99, no shutdown, and close the S3. Configure the VTP server with VLANs. Click the S1, type the password Cisco, enable class, configure terminal, type VLAN 99, name management, VLAN 10, name faculty staff, VLAN 20, name students, VLAN 30, name guest, exit. Verify that the VLANs have been created on S1 with the show VLAN brief command. Use the show VLAN brief command on S2 and S3 to verify that all 4 VLANs have been distributed to client switches. Click the S2, type the password Cisco, enable, plus, and type the show VLAN brief. Click the S3, exit, exit again, and type the show VLAN brief. To verify that the 4 VLANs have been distributed to the client switches. Configure the management interface address on all 3 switches. Click the S1 and type interface VLAN 99. IP address 172.17.99.11 with a subnet mask of 255.255.255.255.0. Close the S1 and click the S2. Configure terminal. Type interface VLAN 99, IP address 172.17.99.12 with subnet mask of 255.255.255.0. Click the S3. Configure terminal. Type interface VLAN 99, IP address 172.17.99.13, subnet mask is 255.255.255.0. Close the S3 and assign switch ports to VLANs on S2. Port assignments in the table at the beginning of this activity. Since Packet Tracer 4.11 does not support the interface range command, only assign the first port from each range. Click the S2, type exit, type the interface FA06, switch port access VLAN 30, interface FA011, switch port access VLAN 10, interface FA018, switch port access VLAN 20. Close the S2. Configure the router and the remote server line. Step 1. Create the basic configuration on the router. Configure the router with hostname R1. Disable DNS lookup. Configure an encrypted privileged executive mode password of class. Configure a password of Cisco for console connection. Configure a password of Cisco for VTY connection. Click the router, go to the CLI tab, and type enable. Type the configure terminal. Change the hostname. Type the hostname R1. Enable secret class. No IP domain lookup. Line con 0. Password Cisco. Login. Line VTY 015. Password Cisco. Login. Password Cisco. Login. X. Close the R1. Step 2. Configure the trunking interface on R1. You have demonstrated that connectivity between VLANs require routing at the network layer. Exactly, like connectivity between any two remote networks, there are a couple of options for configuring routing between VLANs. The first is something of a brute force approach. An L3 device, either a router or a layer 3 capable switch, is connected to a LAN switch with multiple connections. A separate connection for each VLAN that requires inter-VLAN connectivity. Each of the switch ports used by the L3 device are configured in a different VLAN on the switch. After IP addresses are assigned to the interface on the L3 device, the routing table has directly connected routes for all VLANs and inter-VLAN routing is enabled. The limitations to this approach are the lack of sufficient fast Ethernet ports on the router, underutilization of ports on L3 switches and routers, and excessive wiring and manual configuration. The topology used in this lab does not use this approach. An alternative approach is to create one or more fast Ethernet connections between L3 device, the router, and the distribution layer switch, and to configure this connection as .1Q trunks. This allows all inter-VLAN traffic to be carried to and from the routing device on a single trunk. However, it requires that L3 interface can be configured with multiple IP addresses. This can only be done by creating virtual interfaces called sub-interfaces on one of the router fast Ethernet ports and configuring them to be .1Q aware. Use the sub-interface configuration approach requires this step. Enter the sub-interface configuration mode, establish trunking encapsulation, associate a VLAN with the sub-interface, assign an IP address from a VLAN to the sub-interface. Click the router. In the CLI tab, type interface FA0/0. Type the no shutdown command. Interface FA0/0.1 encapsulation .1Q1 IP address 117.1.1.255.255.255.0. Enter. Interface FA0/0.10 type encapsulation .1Q10 IP address 117.17.1.255.255.255.0. Interface FA0/0.20 encapsulation .1Q encapsulation.1Q20 IP address 172.17.20.1 255.255.255.0. Interface FA0/0 interface FA0/0.30 encapsulation dot encapsulation dot 1Q30 IP address 172.17.17.30.1 255.255.255.0. Enter. Interface FA0/0.99 encapsulation .1q native encapsulation.1q99 native IP address 172.17.99.1 IP subnet mask is 255.255.255.0. Note that the following points in this configuration. The physical interface is enabled using the no shutdown command because router interface are down by default. The sub interface then be up by default. The sub interface can use any number that can be described with 32 bits, but it is good practice to assign the number of the VLANs as the interface number, as has been done here. The native VLAN is specified on the LT device so that it is consistent with the switches. Otherwise, VLAN 1 is native by default, and there is no communication between the router and the management VLAN on the switches. Configure the server LAN interface on R1. Type the exit command. Type interface FA0/1 with the IP address of 172.17.50.1 with the subnet mask of 255.255.255.0. Type description link description server interface no shutdown interface no shutdown end. Close the R1 and note that the completion should be 100%.